Just see.
Good evening. I want to thank you all for joining us tonight to our Team All In training. We're going to be focusing on our vision and getting a clear vision. I think this is a huge part of not only business, but in life. I think we need to focus and have a clear vision, know where we're going, know what we want, know what we love. And our dear friend Joan has been doing a lot of trainings with Mary Morrissey. And I know, Joan, you have found some of her messages quite powerful and helpful in your journey in life and also in building your neo-life business. So I want to thank you so much for joining and sharing this evening. So thank you, Joan Poon.
Okay. Hi, everyone. This is Mary Morrissey, and she is a transformational coach helping people to achieve their dreams. And she has a program called Dream Builders, and she helps to teach you how to create your vision for your life. So you need a balance in all areas. So the four areas she touches on is health and wellness, love and relationships, vocation, and time and money freedom. And I think Neolife fits in perfectly in vocation and time and money freedom. So this is her, I think it's a 10-minute video on getting a clear vision. Okay, so I'll turn it on now.
I get a new pair of glasses. It's fun to change the look of them, and when I'm choosing a new pair, I like to take my time, try on different styles, see what I like about them. Depending on the season, the trend with the lenses, sometimes they're a really rounded look, sometimes they're more rectangle or different shapes. The fashion statement is one thing, but the real purpose of me getting glasses is so that I can have a clear vision. I want to see things in focus. It makes it easier to do what I love to do when I can see clearly. And the same thing happens in life. Sometimes we need a new pair of glasses to help us see our lives more clearly. We need a vision checkup. And as brave thinkers, we know the importance of having a vision. We know the importance of having that vision for our lives so that we don't wind up just living the same life over and over again. Turn around, and some people actually live 70 years, and more people live the same year 70 different times. So when we're imagining the life we would love living, if we don't really know what we would love, we can feel stuck trying to come up with a vision of what we would really love. So we're going to get unstuck in doing this exercise here together today so that you can begin with a vision that can help move you forward in the direction of a life you actually would love living. So let's get a new pair of glasses for a clear vision for your life, okay? Creating a vision for your life starts with understanding and recognizing that you have purpose, passion, and core values. Those will be part of the compass for designing and deciding what's going to make its way into the vision you're holding for your life and what's not important enough to put in that vision. So we're going to start with a good, solid foundation that you can create a vision from that will actually serve and inspire you each day. And then as you learn to work more deeply with the physics of transformation, you will see how the alignment between your purpose and passion and values forms a through line for your life. And it actually allows the full force of life energy to flow at a much faster, easier, unrestricted, and more concentrated rate. And it puts you on a frequency that matches the vision and actually accelerates your results. So the first step is to get clear about your purpose. Now, I've worked many, many years with helping people discover their purpose, and it's a place where we can get stuck. Like, well, I don't know if my purpose is this or that or the other thing. Your real purpose in this life is to live a life you love living, making a contribution that is uniquely you while you're here. And the way you will make your contribution is you will bring into life what it is that you love. No one will love exactly the same constellation of things, activities, opportunities that you will love. So what would you love in your life? Because bringing into existence what you love, and by means of that, learning more and more about who you are, is your purpose in this life. In fact, Jesus of Nazareth was asked not exactly what is your purpose, but he did have a purpose statement. His purpose statement is this one: I came to bear witness, full witness, to the glory of the one that indwells me. I came to let love live itself fully by means of me and show itself that I'm part of something that that is much greater and grander than anything I've known. You have a purpose to really let your light shine in only in the unique way that your light can shine. There's a certain soul print of you as surely as there is a thumbprint of you. So let's start by leaning into your purpose is to bring into existence what you love. And as you bring into one form of that existence what you love, more and more will be expanded throughout your life. All the while, love being your guide and love being your reward. So the first step, again, is to get clear about your purpose. And I would absolutely just lay claim to that you have purpose to make a difference here by bringing into existence what you love. Then let's move on to your passion. What is it that you really love? When do you most come alive? What are you doing when you most come alive? What if you could live anywhere you wanted to live? If you could do anything you wanted to do? If you could give anything you wanted to give? What would really light you up? And just start making lists of things you would love to be, love to do, places you'd love to go. What would you love to give? What difference would you love to make? And you begin to get a list of what you would love to bring into existence. This is a great way to start with your vision. First, to know that your purpose is to live and love and express that love, and then to get ideas of what love would look like in the land of form if you loved into existence what it is that you love. And you start where you are with what you have. So you have health and relationships and vocation and time and money freedom. So if over the course of the next 3 years, I brought into my life what I would love with my health, what would that be? And you start making notes. I would love to climb a mountain. I would love to swim 3 miles. I would love to, run a mile and feel relaxed and energized at the end of that mile or 3 miles or 10 miles. You write lists of things that you would love to experience and express with health that you loved into existence. What about your relationships? You have relationships you're in now. Are they vital? Are they powerful? Are they alive? Are they on fire? Or are they sort of on autopilot? And what if they really became what you would really love? What would you love into existence in the area of your relationship? This is where we're tapping into your passion, because the fire is required for transformation. If you're lukewarm on what you want, there's going to be no molecule movement to change one pattern into another pattern. You're going to have to love it. You're going to have to really want the thing in order for you to become a match of the thing. So dream big here. The infinite is open to anything you would dream up that you would love to experience and express, and make a marker for 3 years. This is how we begin, with a vision that you're working from as a person of transformation, as a brave thinker. So get clear about your purpose is to love into existence what you love, and your passion is for particular things that you would love to bring into existence. And you have your list of those in the 4 quadrants. And the third is our values. Now we have purpose and passions, and now our values. So what are your core values? And you know what your number 1 core value perhaps is, or your top 3 core values? One of the ways to know that is if you imagine being on your deathbed and your head's on the pillow for the very last time, not in a morbid way, but recognize, and you look back on your life, are you proud of the life you lived? Did you make use of the opportunities that you had? What did you make important over the course of that life with the decisions that you made? When September 11th, 2001 happened, and people were in those tall buildings, and they'd been hit by planes, and life was right on the edge, and people made phone calls. Nobody was calling their stockbroker. They were calling people that mattered to them. It's expressing their love. Because when it all comes down to it, love is, deep down, we know, for most of us, our top and core value is to have love while we're living this life. Love in our projects, love in our relationships, love in the way we treat our bodies, love in the way we live our daily lives. So whatever you add to that as expressions of your core values, it may be creativity, it may be music, it could be, working, doing some kind of contribution you do through your charity. But ways of expressing the unique version of love that you bring into existence, those are your top and core values. So as you look at what vision you're going to create, to have where your purpose, your passions, and your core values integrate into a life 3 years from now you're living, a life you would love living. It doesn't have to be the right and perfect and forever the best vision of your life to let you have a vision to get you going. Because remember, The power of a vision isn't just getting the vision. The power of it is the growth that happens by means of having a vision that requires you partner with a higher dimension of yourself to bring something about you've never brought about before. So when you write this vision that comes out of the things we've discussed here, start it this way. I am so happy and grateful now that, and you speak your vision as if it's happened. Now that my health is, and I enjoy doing this, this, and this, and in my relationships, and you describe the key relationships in your life, and in my work in the world, and you describe that. I'm so happy and grateful in each of these areas, including I'm so happy and grateful for the freedom that comes because of the money that I've earned that allows me to make these contributions or do what it is I would do with the money. I'm so happy and grateful for the free time that allows me to hang out with my children and do this or that, or take my children here or there, or my spouse or friends. What would you do with time freedom and money freedom? Now you have a vision. It's a really great starting place, brave thinker, to begin to put yourself in harmony with a life that you would love living, having no idea how to bring it about. You don't have to know how, but you do need to know what, to know the vibration. And that's the beginning of what to do and getting clear about your vision.
Wow. I was actually typing notes and I sent it in the messenger group. There was just some really key points there, Joan, that really, I think were quite powerful. Do you want to just maybe do a quick review and then we can have a discussion?
Well, I have notes as well too. I've taken notes.
Yeah, that's good.
Nuggets, and there's so many other videos. I want to share some of those with you too. There's one about the bamboo tree when we feel stuck and we're not going anywhere. And I'm sure most of you know the bamboo tree, the Chinese bamboo tree story. She mentioned where every year it would grow 2 inches, right? Another year 2 inches, and then in 5 years, the fifth year, I think it would grow 80 inches. And the reason being, during those first five years, it was growing the roots. The roots had to be deep down to be able to, uh, for the this tall tree to be able to stand up, because you have to have a good foundation. The same with our business, right? We're expecting explosive growth, but we have to grow into it, right? We have to become that person who could deal with that business as well too. So I love that analogy. I've heard it before, but next time I'll try to explain. So the thing is, if you want me to, should I share some of my notes in terms of,
Absolutely. Yeah. And then we can maybe I'll share maybe something that stood out for us the most.
yeah. So as you mentioned, there are 4 areas. So you have to have balance in all those areas. And of course, neo-life is what we're focusing right now, but balance is important, right? So she says you create results in 2 ways. You could either live by default, just every day comes along and you're living, or by design. And that's when you create your vision. It's like a blueprint for your life. And she starts by saying you have to notice what you're noticing in your life. Notice your longing and your discontent. What are you longing for? What are you unhappy about? So those are the type of things. And what would I love? That's a key question she always asks, is what would I love? Right? And she says, your dream or your vision, does it give you life? Does it align with your core values, as she mentioned? Will it cause you to grow? So the growth is a huge part, right? You have to know that it allows us to grow. Our dreams allow us to grow. Do you need help from a higher power, right? So some of us, we call it God, and it's the same God, the infinite, right? Spirit. Um, is there good in it for others? So those are the type of things you're looking at when you're creating a dream, to know that you're on, you're on the right track type thing. And there's some others. Yeah, she talks about hidden barriers, but another time. I just want to give you an idea about creating the dream.
Well, I got really like more passionate, I guess, or even more excited, because today I really felt really good about what I was doing. And I get these little things that happen, but today was exceptional. And I met with a lady that I'm reconnected. She signed up maybe 10 years ago. And never was consistent with the products. And I met her at a mayor's breakfast, the 6 a.m. kind of get together. And I thought to myself, oh, I don't want to go to this breakfast. I have to get up at 5. I have to leave at 5:30. And I thought, no, something told me to go to this breakfast. And this was a couple of months ago. And I went and I met her. And she said, oh, Nat, it's so great to see you. So we reconnected. And I thought, okay, there's a reason why I said yes to the 6 a.m. breakfast when I don't even eat half the things that were in the buffet. So that was one sign. And then when I met with her today, she finally reached out to me and said, I really need to reconnect with you. I really need to sit down and chat with you. She had a heart attack. And this woman, I guess she's now realizing how much she values her health. And to look at her, you can tell she's exhausted. She's tired. Her eyes are puffy and she has allergies and she's on no medication. She told the doctor, no, I'm not going on medication. But I spent an hour with her today. And after I left that meeting and she got restarted again on the products, I knew the purpose that I had in this business to give hope, whether it be health, because you know how scared she was, right? To just like that, right? Her life could have been over, and helping people have that hope financially. So that's our purpose in this business, right? But that passion has to come from within. I love what I do. Like someone said to me the other day, do you love what you do? I said, I love what I do. I don't feel like I work a second in the day. I love what I do, right? And most of you feel that way, right? So anyways, that message today, Joan, was pretty awesome. Did anybody else get anything like aha moment or?
Can I add one more thing?
Sure.
Um, when you're doing your vision, you have to use your imagination, of course, right? Because it's not happening right now. It's not reality. So your imagination is very powerful. They said it's the doorway to your infinite. So when you use your imagination in terms of your thoughts, right? This is from the other book I was reading. Your thoughts have an electric charge, and the emotion has the magnetic charge. So that's why you have to get excited about what you want.
Mhm.
Because if it's not congruent, if your thought and emotion is not congruent, you're not going to get it, right? You can say, I want this, but but you have to get emotional and not emotional, but yeah, put some emotion behind it. So it's the magnet, and that's the law of attraction in a nutshell, right? But it's the emotion that you're going to get. So that's why you have to do what you love or talk about what you love, because if you don't like it, you can't get that emotion from it, right?
Right.
So so yeah, it's so clear cut. She's such a great teacher, just very
Yeah.
methodical.
And clear, very clear.
Yeah.
Anybody else have anything to add? What stood out for you guys?
I I think for me, I was sorry, I was a bit distracted because I was trying to get my dad's checking information in his account because I just switched him to promoter and he's gonna get like a little check. So I was listening, but then I was a little distracted. But what stood out was when, in 9/11, how people weren't calling their financial whatever, their stock people, they were calling people they loved. And I mean, I I have been obviously in this company for many, many, many years, never really focused on growing a business until, 2020 and then kind of hit and miss and now more now this year. And I really love when I can help somebody. I mean that's like really the money's nice. I have a full-time wage. I'm not going to leave my job before I'm eligible to retire because I'm going to get my pension, all that. I just wish I was saying to Annie, I wish I could do this though, like have more time to do this and not maybe have to go to so once I don't have to go to my full-time job, this is going to be awesome. But like I'm even the last couple months with the challenges and stuff, like it's been moving along at a much quicker pace than it was before, and I've been talking to more people, and so I really, really enjoyed that. And of course, you guys all know I like talking. So yeah, no, I found that like that was, and I'm going to rewatch it because I was a bit distracted. I thought I was really paying attention, and then I'm like, I guess I wasn't. But honesty, there's my honesty.
Awesome.
But no, I did really, I'm enjoying this.
And I can see now, like the transition, you light up when you talk about what you're doing. You do.
Yeah,
And that's because you're loving even the little bit of time that you do spend, you love it. You're enjoying it. You're having fun. And I
yeah.
see that. I see that now more than ever. Awesome. Anybody else?
Yeah, I picked up the point that she made. The power of a vision is the growth that happens as you move toward it. And so I just automatically substituted the word incentive instead of vision. The power of the incentive is the growth that happens as you move toward it. So that's why the incentives are very powerful. I have to give up the competitive nature of an incentive and the win or fail value of the incentive, and just use it as a goal to strive toward, right? That moving toward it, you will grow if you move towards something, whether it's a vision or an incentive or, a soccer goal, you're going to move something down the field. Right. So I found that a good reminder.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think it's more like the journey, like kind of like you were saying, Heather. Because they do say, you set goals. You really have to concentrate on the journey and understand the growth you have, or because if you have goals, it's been shown that when you reach that goal, well, you're still not going to be satisfied, right? So you're going to be wanting another goal and another goal, but just to really focus on that journey of growth and is the main thing. And like you said, Heather, too, not have that competitiveness, because that for me sometimes that competitive, because I've been there in the past years, like it can eat you away. So eat at you. It's more really concentrating on the growth and the journey that you're on.
Yeah, it can de-incentivize you. So that's the thing about incentives. If you're not motivated by the incentive, then this is more powerful, creating your own vision, whether it's in business or in life in general. Then you feel like you're moving towards something, and along the way, if you're moving in the right direction, if the steps that you're taking, those incremental steps, are bringing you some joy and fulfillment. Because if you keep taking those steps and you're not getting joy and fulfillment, then change the direction, go for another vision. There's something else that calls you. And Joan says it very well. It's that emotional link that creates the excitement and creates the movement towards a vision. And I guess I'm kind of tying it up with the book that something about losing your mind to create your own mind. I can't remember, Joe Dispenza or whoever. I mean, he is technical. Oh, gosh, that is a book. But this is what he's talking about. This is exactly it.
Physics. It's physics.
Yeah. Quantum physics.
Right?
Yeah.
You attract it, It's just well, you're talking about the incentive and the growth, and I think you can do both. Because I was thinking, I'll just share something with you.
I know what you're going to say.
You have 1 month, you can hold me to it, but I'm going to 1 month for Jamaica.
Yeah.
I wasn't tracking anything, right? So I thought, it seems so far away and, like so far off. And I thought, okay, I have 4 promoters, right? And then we got the extra 50% of points and whatever. Yeah. So the way I looked at it, I told Winston about it. So what we're doing is getting excited about being in Jamaica. That's what they mean, is that when you get excited about what you want, you really live it. Winston's gonna get the birding lady, to go birding in Jamaica or whatever, right? So it's just getting excited about that. So whatever it is, they said, do it as though it's happening now, and then it will happen. It's science. It's physics. I can't wait to see what happens.
Well,
But,
you know, it's funny, Joan. I've had visions of visualizing being in Jamaica and going to visit Sadie, and I've had this clear vision. And then as it was getting closer, I had a little bit of doubt when they announced. I thought I was in. I thought I had my promoters. Then when they announced, oh no, you have to have 8,000 PV. I looked at my points and I'm like, oh, and I literally was deflated. And I thought, oh, and I thought, no, I I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. There's a way it's gonna happen. And I just did not let that thought come into my head. And then the next day or 2 days later, or when at the next call, they announced that they're going to give us 50% of the volume already had up until then. Right. And I'm like, oh, so it was that much closer. Right. And, but it's so powerful to have that clear vision. Right. And I've been working pretty hard to get there. So, but I've been having fun doing it. Right. I've been had fun doing it, connecting with people and meeting more people, more conversations, building more relationships. So yeah, you got to have fun in the journey. You got to love what you're doing. And you really need to create that clear vision. And Joan and I can see you guys in Jamaica, especially because now that you have Winston with you, because he has a goal to go birding, right, in Jamaica. That's his goal, right? So yeah, if you do this together as a team, wow, how powerful is that?
or else we'll just grow.
Right, right.
We'll grow more. But
Yep, yep, yep.
One of the things I want to say is to say, it says fire in your passion. And I mean, no matter how long we do this stuff, whenever I talk about, life, it's like I never get tired of talking about new life. I never get tired of hearing everybody's story. I never get tired of, it's just that it's in you, right? And when she said fire in your passion, I thought, whoa, that to me stood out right in my brain, because no matter what, you have to get excited. And it's not a forced excitement. It's something that I believe in, and you try to live it. So, I mean, I try to talk to every Tom, Dick, and Harry I see. And that to me is, it's my passion for what I do. Is that fire that lights me, right? So, and then trying to have that clear vision. Yeah, okay, so I'm not all over the place, but just have to, it's a bit cloudy at times, but as long as, I guess, as they say, as Mary says, you have to make it so definite, right? And but I do know that it's that passion that, for me anyway, that I have for it. And I don't, it won't die. I don't think it'll ever die. I don't want it to die because it won't die. So that's good, right? So you just feed it and feed your mind and feed your goals and everything else. So just listening to you guys, it just fuels it even more.
Allison's Gina's smiling.
Yeah, so I'm because I get excited when Leonie talks too, because I'm excited when you all talk. I just feel like I'm so determined, and when I don't have an answer, I can be a bit complicated in a way, but I understand why, because I'm really excited about new life, so much more, and I'm like Leonie. I just feel like talking to any and everybody too when I get out there. And before I know, I'm a bit nervous, because when you don't feel like you're confident enough to talk about new life and the company, I listen to you guys every time, and it just becomes a bit more, stronger, building that confidence level to talk about new life. And then the best part is when you're taking the products and it's working for you, it just comes out naturally to talk about it. And I talked to my cousin about it, and she has 2 friends who have cancer, and Shelly was helping her the other day talk about her dog. And she's really, really questioning though, because she takes another product, Metagenics. I don't know if anybody's heard of that too. And I think she's going to come on tonight. But what she wants to know is what makes us so special. What makes Neolife so much more out there, better than the other product? And I think she wants to get her scientific answers. And I shared a little bit with her. I know I told her I'm not a scientist, I'm not a chemist, but I can tell you from what I'm taking too, like something is working because I was missing gaps, right? Like of the products I'm taking, the Pro Vitality, I'm taking the shakes and the amino acids, the protein, the vegetables. I mean, it's in the supplement form. What I was not getting in my system, and putting all that together, obviously in that equation, it's helping my body. I don't have vertigo anymore. Prayer is great too, of course, but that's all part of your whole being and your journey. And this is my journey, and I'm so excited about it because I could share with people how I'm feeling, and that's the key thing, right? It's working for me, and I want to help others, and I want to understand more too about
Yay. You got to write your testimonial out. We need to have testimonials written out and emailed to me, guys. And that needs to be posted in the Neolife Healthy Living community in the Facebook group. Okay. Please, please, please. We need to have there's only a couple on vertigo in there. So I think it'd be very helpful. Okay. So type it out and send it to us. Okay.
I'll do.
Well, thank you. Because I know that's been a journey for you. Wonderful. That's so exciting. Oh my gosh. Right. So these are the things. This is why we get excited, right? This is why we want to share and continue sharing and impacting lives, right?
Right.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing. Anybody else? Yes, Heather.
Say something else.
Yes.
It's about what she started off with in terms of contribution and purpose. And she says, like what lights you up? What has you come alive, and what lights you up? And I was reminded today that it's important to just be that. It's who we're being every day. You don't have to do a lot. Like, don't put a whole bunch of effort into trying to do things and convince people, whatever. Because I happened to be going to meet some ladies for lunch. Before I went up to the upstairs where the restaurant was, I saw a lady that I don't know her well, golfed with her, kind of maybe a little bit. So she turned, she says, "Oh, hi, we had a little chat." I told her what I was there for, and she said, "I want to talk to you about your products." And I said, "Oh, sure." Like, she said, "Yeah, you've got something like some energy drink or whatever." And I said, "Oh yeah, that'd be the Elevate." And she said, "I've been watching on Facebook." So immediately I think, what have I been posting? I don't know what I'm posting, because I don't post very much about Neolife. I might share the odd one. I think I shared the one about, being better workouts and things like that. So I shared that. But basically, I'm just sharing my things that I do that bring me joy. And that's, kind of I identify with Laura May. Do what brings you joy and share it with others. And you just share it by being who you are in the joy. And whatever you love and lights you up and brings you joy, just do it. And you never know who's watching. I know you say this all the time, Natty. You never know who's watching. I had no idea she was watching.
Yeah.
Hard to come together with her. Yeah.
Absolutely. And you're right. You never know that this Heidi, also the girl that I reconnected with, she actually did say she's been watching me and looking at my stuff online. So you don't know, right? What, and it just timing when they're ready to reach out to you, but you got to be consistent. You should be posting every day in your story, something personal stuff.
I don't even post that, but anyway, what I do.
No, that's great. What I'm saying, like, I'm doing Alan's, challenge, and I know some of you are, and I'm finding that it's really helping, really helping. Do the one thing a day on each category. It's really helping me stay focused, and it's forcing me to find something to post. I'm usually pretty good, but there's the odd day I might go without, and I was like, nope, I'm gonna be consistent, right? So it's really important to be consistent with what you're doing. Yeah. Anybody else? Any other message from Joan's lovely motivational speaker, inspirational speaker? How long have you been following her?
Transformational.
Transformational.
I did it for a year, but we have all the material.
Nice. Nice. Do you guys find it helpful, her messages?
Yeah.
Because maybe every once in a while, Joan can maybe, if there's a message, Joan, that you think will help us along this journey. I think it's really important because it really is about mindset. It's not about how much we know, product knowledge, right? And when I was doing my training with Alan yesterday, he asked me to speak, and I'm going to be speaking on Monday. You know, one of the things was too much knowledge can hurt you. And I look back to the growth that I had in the first 2 months, and I was a director in my second month, and I knew nothing. All I knew was a little bit about Tran and how I felt. Okay. So sometimes too much knowledge can hurt you, right? It really is how you talk about things and how you feel about things and how you connect with people and the conversations you're having. You know, all that fluff can come after, all the science can come after, right? But it really is, it has to be how the feeling that you put out when you're talking to people. Okay. Anybody else? You guys are quiet. Just a
I
few.
just have to add one thing. Can I just add one thing? Yesterday, you know, when you say feel your passion and what you love, and it reflects it reflects on me in the sense that when I'm talking, like there was this customer, and we're talking about, oh, she was so tired and all that stuff. And as we were talking, she says, you were talking about age. She said, oh, I feel so tired and this and that and the other. And I think we have to reflect what we feel. And I'm always energetic anyway, most times, right? And she tried to guess my age. And when she finally guessed it, she goes, oh my gosh, yes, I'm older, like much older. But I think, and then she says, you're like a walking billboard. So as much as we say that, and I thought that was such a great compliment because she was looking at me, she says, you're so energetic, you're so this, and you don't look your age and all that kind of stuff. So also by that same token, whatever we try to do, we try to eat right, we try to sleep, we try whatever, all the things that we do that match our passion, that match what we're trying to do in terms of new life. And that is also so important anyway for me to put that face on, which should come naturally. So when she said that, I thought, wow, so obviously there's something that I'm doing right that someone can see, that it's either the energy or you know, youthful or whatever heck it is. And she says, you're going to give me what you're taking. So, I mean, at some point we're going to meet each other, but that's another thing, right? You try to match what your passion is, right? And I think that's important anyway.
Thank you.
I think it's good too that when I watch you ladies, like you get motivated, like when you guys all talk and share your stories, right? And it's good, it's important. Like today I just went out of the blue, and she pumped me up because we're talking about detoxing, you know. So I got more excited what to eat because I'm detoxing right now, first day again today. So it's kind of nice when we all kind of circulate. I think that happened when we met with Ashley and connecting with different people. It's nice to help, you know. I mean, Joan, my leader, but you know, I give her a break a bit. So it's nice when you talk and we can all connect with others to, you know, just share. And I think it's a neat thing because we're all like-minded in that way. So it's nice to reach out to others and, you know, talk. I feel it's motivating.
It is motivating, and being around the community, the Neolife family, reconnecting. And that's why it's really important that we're gathering, you know, 3-4 times a week, right? So important. I cannot stress the importance of us reconnecting and just jumping on these sessions, because that is what kept me going. We didn't have the Zoom. I actually had to drive somewhere to be with you know, the Neolife family. And if it wasn't for that connection, I don't think I would have stayed in the business. It's the community, it's the people, it's the, we get energy. Like you guys feed that energy, right? Your team will feed you and fulfill that energy. So I think it's so important. And that's how we're going to move forward and talk like this openly and share and talk about your vision. You know, I've been visualizing President's team for 20 years, right? So President's team is getting clear. That vision is getting clearer because I am more clear. I'm more passionate. I know what I have to do to get there, and I'm more consistent. And I'm doing things. I'm not just managing my team. I'm actually physically going out and talking and sharing and sponsoring and growing. And that's made a huge impact and showing you guys that even at my level in the business, I still have to do what you guys do. Okay.
Anna, what about President's team that excites you? Get it?
I was going to ask this.
Going on that yacht with Jerry Brassfield and Kendra, man. Oh, I've been wanting. Oh, and you know what else? This is a good one, guys. Roger Ace, when he was CEO, he told me, because we haven't had a President's team member in Canada in a long, long time. He said, when I get to President's team, he's going to have Jerry pick me up in his private jet.
Oh,
So he told me that 25 years ago.
it's your team, right?
I don't. He didn't say that. He said he's picking me and Jill up. So I told Kendra that when we were at the retreat. I said, Kendra, I just wanted to let you know that Roger made a promise to me, you know. And she said, oh, I'm gonna have to talk to my dad about that one. We got to get ready for that, right? So I'm gonna take him up on that one. I'm gonna say, you go call Roger. He's in Africa. I said he promised that when I got President's team. So I'm visualizing this private jet coming to pick me up to the next event. Okay, guys. So yeah, that is one of the things that, anyways, and getting on that yacht. Yeah. Yeah. So really, yeah, really excited.
And I think in terms of creating our vision, and I don't do it as well, is that we need to sit down and for an hour. You can't do it in 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to really take the time and really try to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Hour, 2 hours, just sit down and do it. And maybe we need to retreat where we do something like that too.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. We could definitely do that.
What's the vision for Canada? To grow. So we've got to grow, right? So we have to create that vision for us too.
Mm-hmm.
We need to grow.
Maybe in September with that weekend when Stephen comes, maybe we can spend the day before. Maybe we can do something the day before as a team and leading into the Saturday session. So yeah, we'll talk about that. That's a great idea, Joan. We definitely need to get together and do something like that. That'd be wonderful.
Hopefully we create a vision before that time.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah. I'm just thinking to actually all of us physically get together with Summit coming and summer being crazy for a lot of people being away. But yeah, we'll definitely we'll be creating our visions and focusing. I think it's very, very important. But to actually get together as a group and a team and physically put something together, I think it'd be great. We could talk about that. So again, I want to
annually too, right? Doing it
yes.
annually.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
twice.
Even twice a year is good. Absolutely. Spring and fall would be wonderful. Excellent. Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate you all. And if anybody has a guest coming on in about 10 minutes, we're going to be heading over to the other side. So thank you, Joan. Really appreciate your leadership. That was awesome. I was really looking forward to this. And I hope you all got a very powerful message, and it's going to help you move forward in creating your vision. So thank you again.
Good. Thanks, Joan.
Thanks.
Thanks, Joan.
Thanks for all your feedback to you guys.